Computer hacking is the act of identifying and exploiting system and network vulnerabilities in order to obtain unauthorized access to those systems. Not all hacking is malicious. White hat hackers may work in cybersecurity or as software engineers and testers seeking out vulnerabilities in order to fix them. Black hat hackers operate with malicious intent. That said, there is a large gray area populated by political activists and hackers who wear both hats. In this video, we'll give you a complete insight about the top 10 most notorious hackers ever, their deeds, and how they came to have that reputation. Welcome to Facts Insight. If you want more videos like this one, visit this page for only Facts Insights. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and give it a like. Without further ado, let's jump into it. On number 10, we have Jeremy Hammond. He is a political activist who uses his computer hacking skills to support his cause. In order to provide aspiring hackers with all the necessary tools, he formed Hack This Site, which described itself as a non-profit organization that tries to protect a good security culture and learning environment. He mostly got an issue with the law because he refused to obey police commands while protesting. Jeremy Hammond was hacking the private intelligence firm Stratfor in 2012 and got caught with a 10-year sentence. He had leaked and obtained client lists to WikiLeaks and donated an additional $1 million to several charities using stolen credit cards. You might find it fascinating to know that Sabu, number 2 from our list, actually caught Hammond. Sabu was serving as an informant for the FBI at the time. On number 9, we have Michael Calce. He is well known as Mafia Boy. He took over university computer networks when he was just 15 years old. He then used the combined resources to take down Yahoo, the dominant search engine at the time. He deployed and distributed denial of service DDoS attack that overloaded corporate servers and shut down websites for Dell, eBay, CNN, and Amazon within a week. Corporate America received a shocking notification following this attack and was surprised to see billion-dollar companies shut down so easily. It is hardly an exaggeration to state that the establishment of cybercrime legislation has suddenly become a top government priority as a result of Calce's breach. Today, Michael promotes cybersecurity and provides awareness training as a white hat hacker to protect businesses from internet threats. On number 8, we have Kevin Poulsen. In 1983, Kevin started breaking into the Pentagon's ARPANET computer network as a teenager. He subsequently got caught and was left with a warning. In 1988, Poulsen broke into a government computer and searched through documents relating to Ferdinand Marcos, the former president of the Philippines. Poulsen went underground after being discovered by authorities. Poulsen remained active while he was out on the run, hacking into government databases and leaking information. He made news headlines in 1990 when he hacked into a radio station in order to win a competition for a brand new Porsche, a trip, and $20,000 in cash. He has been imprisoned and given a 3-year computer access ban since that time. Upon being released from prison in 1995, Poulsen changed his life. He started working as a journalist and is currently an editor for Wired. He also helped the law enforcement agencies in locating 744 sex offenders on MySpace in 2006. On number 7, we have Anonymous. Anonymous was founded in 2003 and is known as the most famous hacker of all time. Anonymous is a decentralized group of hackers without a defined hierarchy or membership, and every person has the right to act on behalf of Anonymous. These hackers have been operating as an organization dedicated to the idea of social justice for the last 20 years. When Russia attacked Ukraine in February 2022, a Twitter account named Anonymous with 7.9 million followers proclaimed a cyber war against Vladimir Putin. The group then asserted that they had disabled Russian government websites and exposed classified information. In the banner of hacktivism, Anonymous collaborates with different international governments on social and political causes. Anonymous as a whole is extremely difficult to locate or eliminate due to the lack of any actual hierarchy, although the FBI and other law enforcement agencies have located some of the active members. On number 6, we have Julian Assange. At the age of 16, Julian started hacking under the pseudonym Mindex. He gained access to different government, industrial, and educational networks over the course of 4 years, including the Pentagon, NASA, Lockheed Martin, Citibank, and Stanford University. Today, Julian Assange is recognized as the founder of WikiLeaks, the website that publishes classified information and news leaks from unidentified sources. In 2010, the U.S. launched an investigation into him in accordance with the 1917 Espionage Act. He is currently imprisoned in the United Kingdom, but British courts are rejecting his extradition request by the United States. On number 5, we have Jonathan James. He is well known as Comrade. He is regarded as one of the greatest hackers in history. He used to access private systems for entertainment purposes. Furthermore, he had hacked NASA and downloaded the source code for the International Space Station's life support functions. In order to investigate the breach, NASA had to shut down its network for 3 weeks, which cost an additional $41,000. James was detained and sentenced to 6 months in a federal prison. Several high-profile corporations were targeted by malicious network attacks in 2007. James was suspected, and an investigation was conducted despite his denials of any participation. James killed himself in 2008 because he thought he would be found guilty of crimes that he hadn't committed. On number 4, we have Gary McKinnon. The largest military computer hack of all time was done by Gary McKinnon, also known as Solo, on the internet. Between 2001 and 2002, he broke into 97 U.S. military and NASA computers. He caused significant harm to the U.S. military's infrastructure by cutting off the flow of ammunition to the U.S. Navy's Atlantic Fleet. And for some reason, he also placed insulting anti-American remarks on the computers. When McKinnon was caught, he claimed that he was only looking for data on the suppression of free energy and UFO cover-ups. However, McKinnon was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. Authorities in the U.S. claimed that he destroyed a number of crucial files, rendered over 300 machines unusable, and caused over $700,000 in damages. He still resides in the UK's asylum. On number 3, we have Albert Gonzalez. He was a Cuban refugee and purchased his first computer at the age of 12 with his own funds and hacked NASA within 2 years. He began as a leader of the hacker group called Shadow Crew. Shadow Crew was involved in collecting and selling credit card numbers. The databases of TJX companies and Heartland payment systems were also breached by Albert Gonzalez, and he took all the credit card information contained there. He hacked more than 180 million credit card accounts from various businesses. Gonzalez was detained by the authorities at the age of 22. He joined the Secret Service as an informant to avoid going to jail, which ultimately assisted in the indictment of other Shadow Crew members. But Gonzalez continued his criminal activities while working as a paid informant. Gonzalez was given 2 consecutive 20-year jail terms and will be released in 2025. Gonzalez's human victimization was unparalleled, according to the federal prosecutor who sentenced him in 2015. On number 2, we have Sabu. He uses the pseudonym Sabu and was the co-founder of the hacker group Lulzsec. Sabu served as the unofficial leader of the online activist group Anonymous from 2011 to 2012. Lulzsec, which Sabu founded after gathering a smaller group of activists from Anonymous, swiftly gained popularity for a number of high-profile hacks. Among others, Lulzsec claimed responsibility for attacking the websites of Sony Pictures Entertainment, Fox Broadcasting, and the Public Broadcasting Service, PBS. The FBI eventually learned who he really was, and he was offered the option of becoming an informant or facing prison. Hector Xavier Monsegur agreed to continue hacking under FBI supervision. According to the authorities, they were able to use his connections to arrest and imprison a number of hackers, including Jeremy Hammond. who was at the time the #1 cybercriminal target in the world. On May 27, 2014, Monsegur was released after serving his sentence. He currently resides in New York City. The FBI said that Monsegur has prevented many future high-profile attacks. On number 1, we have Kevin Mitnick. He would be at the top of the list because he is the world's most famous computer hacker. He was labeled as the most wanted computer criminal in U.S. history by the U.S. Department of Justice. His story was so bizarre that it even served as the inspiration for a popular movie named Trackdown. Before computers were popular or mainstream, Kevin Mitnick was involved in hacking. He was accused of stealing computer manuals from Pacific Bell in 1981, and at that time, he was a teenager. He hacked the North American Defense Command, NORAD, in 1982 and breached the Network of Digital Equipment Cooperation, DEC, in 1989 and made copies of their software. One good thing about Mitnick was that he never exploited the data he got during his hacking career. After being caught, Mitnick was found guilty and sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. He became a consultant and public speaker for computer security after being released from jail. He currently runs Mitnick Security Consulting, LLC. Today, we learned about the most notorious hackers in the world. If you like it, do share us in the comment section below. We would love to hear your responses and make sure to like and subscribe Facts Insight. Don't forget to press the bell icon.